Africa is quietly changing the game in the automotive industry, not by just importing cars or assembling foreign brands, but by leading groundbreaking innovations. Take Zimbabwe's self-powered electric vehicle, for example, a car that runs entirely on radio waves. Yes, you heard that right. A vehicle powered by radio frequencies, with no fuel and no batteries, just sheer innovation. If that sounds unbelievable, stay tuned, because today we're diving deep into Africa's automotive transformation. It's a story of resilience, creativity, and a continent rewriting the rules of mobility. And if you're into cutting-edge technology, don't forget to subscribe. It's free and helps us bring you more mind-blowing content every week. Africa is currently producing around 30,000 vehicles per day. That adds up to over 10 million cars annually, coming off production lines from Morocco in the north to South Africa in the south. But these aren't just ordinary cars. They're built with a purpose, designed specifically for African roads, climates, and lifestyles. This isn't about mass-producing standard sedans but about creating vehicles that truly cater to the continent's unique needs. Leading this shift is Maxwell Chikumbutso, a Zimbabwean inventor whose vision challenges conventional thinking. His work isn't just a step forward in technology, it's a giant leap toward a sustainable future. Maxwell's journey began with a simple yet groundbreaking idea: harnessing the invisible energy that surrounds us every day. Back in 2009, he introduced the micronic energy device, a technology that captures ambient radio frequencies and converts them into usable electricity. This invention proved that power could be generated from the very air we breathe. Today, he has taken it even further by developing the world's first self-powered electric car. This isn't just another innovation, it's a potential game-changer in the auto industry, promising a future where cars no longer depend on traditional energy sources. Imagine a vehicle that never needs fuel or charging stations, just a car that generates its own energy as it moves, tapping into the invisible energy surrounding us. This technology could revolutionize the way we think about transportation, making mobility more sustainable and accessible, particularly in areas where energy infrastructure is either weak or non-existent. It's not just a futuristic dream, it's a real-world solution with the power to change millions of lives across Africa. With fuel prices soaring and electricity grids often unreliable, a self-powered vehicle could drastically lower transportation costs, connect remote areas, and redefine mobility in regions where traditional infrastructure is lacking. But Chikumbutso's work is just one example of a much larger movement taking place across the continent. Innovation and determination are propelling Africa's automotive industry forward. Countries like South Africa, Morocco, Nigeria, and Ghana are making impressive progress in car manufacturing. These nations aren't just assembling vehicles, they are building a robust ecosystem that strengthens the entire automotive supply chain. In just 20 years, Morocco has become Africa's largest car exporter, shipping out 400,000 vehicles to Europe in 2023 alone. This remarkable success is a testament to the country's strategic planning and investment in infrastructure. Morocco's automotive growth has been fueled by strategic partnerships with global automakers like Renault and Stellantis. These collaborations bring in technology, expertise, and capital, which, when combined with a focus on local skill development, ensure that the next generation of African engineers and technicians are well-equipped to lead the industry forward. South Africa's automotive sector currently employs over 100,000 people and contributes 4.3% to the country's GDP. Meanwhile, Nigeria and Ghana are building their own vehicle assembly industries. Africa is no longer just catching up, it's forging its own path, designing and producing vehicles that cater specifically to local needs instead of relying solely on second-hand imports from Europe and Asia. Why does this transformation matter? First, it's about economic empowerment. Manufacturing vehicles locally creates thousands of jobs. Factories need workers, supply chains require suppliers, and innovation needs skilled engineers. In Morocco, for example, the auto industry has become a vital pillar of the economy, proving that Africa can compete on the global stage. Second, it's about relevance and necessity. African engineers understand the continent's unique challenges better than anyone. Many roads remain unpaved, extreme weather conditions test vehicle durability, and fuel availability can be inconsistent. That's why African-made cars prioritize resilience, featuring higher ground clearance, stronger suspensions, and dust-resistant engines to endure harsh environments. Finally, it's about pride. Africa's automotive transformation is proving that the continent is a powerhouse of innovation. From Chikumbutso's self-powered car to Morocco's thriving exports, these achievements are inspiring a new generation of African inventors and engineers eager to make a lasting impact. African vehicles aren't just designed for durability, they're built for versatility. In many communities, a single vehicle serves multiple functions. It might transport farm produce in the morning, take children to school at midday, and carry business supplies at night. That's why many African manufacturers focus on producing multipurpose vehicles such as vans, minibuses, and trucks. Cost is another major factor. Fuel is expensive, and electricity is unreliable in many regions, making daily life even more challenging. In some areas, a gallon of gasoline costs more than an average daily wage, creating a financial burden for many households. And for electric vehicles, charging them can be nearly impossible due to insufficient infrastructure. This is why innovations like Chikumbutso's self-powered car are so important. They offer a glimmer of hope. While skeptics question whether radio waves can truly provide enough energy for a vehicle, the concept itself is revolutionary. Even if it doesn't become mainstream immediately, it challenges the way we think about transportation and energy use. Across the continent, manufacturers are addressing real-world problems. Ghana's Kantanka produces SUVs designed for rugged rural roads, while South African automakers tailor their designs to handle urban traffic congestion and coastal humidity. This isn't innovation for the sake of innovation, it's about solving everyday challenges. Building a car isn't something one person can do alone. It requires teamwork. African automakers depend on local supply chains, sourcing steel from Kenya, tires from Egypt, and upholstery from Nigeria. This approach not only reduces costs but also spreads economic benefits across multiple industries, creating opportunities for small businesses. Partnerships with universities and technology institutes also play a crucial role. Students and researchers collaborate with manufacturers to refine vehicle designs, test materials, and train future engineers. International collaborations, such as Morocco's partnership with Renault or South Africa's production of BMWs alongside homegrown brands, bring global expertise into the mix while strengthening Africa's position in the industry. Africa faces a choice: continue depending on fossil fuels or take a bold step toward a cleaner, greener future. The continent is already embracing electric vehicles, with Kenya rolling out charging stations powered by geothermal energy, Uganda's Kiera Motors developing solar-powered buses, and Nigeria exploring biofuels made from local crops. Sustainability isn't just a trend, it's a necessity. Chikumbutso's self-powered car is a perfect example of the innovative, outside-the-box thinking Africa needs. While critics argue that radio waves may not yet generate sufficient power at scale, the bigger picture is clear: innovation thrives where necessity drives invention. Whether or not this specific technology reaches mass production, Africa's commitment to sustainable, self-reliant transportation is already shaping the future. Of course, challenges remain. Supply chain disruptions, infrastructure limitations, and regulatory hurdles still pose difficulties. Power shortages can slow production, rough roads make vehicle transport challenging, and bureaucratic red tape complicates cross-border trade. However, African entrepreneurs and governments are taking action. Morocco is investing in better ports, South Africa is improving its energy infrastructure, and Chikumbutso continues refining his groundbreaking technology despite skepticism. Africa's automotive transformation is real, and it's only gaining momentum. The future of transportation is being reimagined not just on this continent but worldwide. Whether it's self-powered vehicles in Zimbabwe or flying taxis in China, the global shift toward innovative mobility solutions is unstoppable. And Africa is right at the center of this revolution.